Okay, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how to create this. It's called a cat catcher game. So what you're going to do is when you click the green flag, whenever the cat pops up, you have to click on him. So it's kind of like a clicker game. You're going to pick. It's pretty easy. He's going to show up in random positions, and you keep clicking. And when you click on the cat, you'll notice he says meow, and then or you can hear the sound meow. He says you caught me, and then the score increases. And the way that we set up the game is when you catch 10 cats, so I'm going to go ahead and catch two more. When you catch 10 cats, you win. The game ends and you win. Okay, so that's what you're going to create today. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open Scratch. There is a link right here, so you can go ahead and click on it on step one. Log into your account if necessary. So when you have Scratch open, look in the purple bar at the top, look at this top right, make sure that you have your username and password here. If you don't, log in. Okay, if you don't remember your username and password, I'm still going to have you do the game, but I'm going to show you later how to save it, and then you can turn it in tomorrow when I come back to class. Okay, so you'll do that. You're going to click Create button. Hint, it's in the purple bar along the top of the screen. And then along the top, you're going to change the name of your game from Untitled to Cat Catcher. So Create's over here on the left. So if you go back to Scratch, over on this purple bar on the top, you're going to click Create. It's going to open a blank working canvas. And where it says Untitled in the top, I would like you to call this cat, I can't even say that. That's a tongue twister, Cat Catcher. Okay? Scratch uses blocks to create code. So the block categories are all in these circles on the left side. So when you click on circles, it gives you different color blocks and different names for blocks. This middle white section is where you work. This section over here is called the stage. As you create code or anything you do to your game, you can see it on the stage, and this is where you can test out your game as well. And you test it out by pressing the green flag, and you turn it off by pressing the stop sign. And then you got some other stuff down here. You got things you can customize. Any character in the game is called a sprite, like the soft drink sprite. So right now we're just going to use the cat sprite. We have one sprite. If you ever needed more sprites, you can click on this cat head, and you can see that there's lots and lots of sprites in the game. We're not going to use those for this one. And then this little circle in the bottom right is to put on backgrounds or backdrops. And we won't use that right now in this game either. So I just wanted to kind of point all that out. And then I'm going to go back to the instructions, and we are ready to get going, okay? So it says creating new blocks and code, and we're going to create code number 1, okay? It says find the circle block categories on the left side of the screen, click the yellow circle that says events, and drag when green flag is clicked. And I actually have a screenshot of the code here too, but you are going to have to look at the steps so that you know how to make these blocks, okay? So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to the left on these circles. I'm going to go to events and send when green flag is clicked. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. Okay. And then it says go to the orange circle that says control and drag a forever block or a forever loop. So I'm going to go down to the orange ones to control. I'm going to find the block that says forever, and I'm going to attach it to when green flag. What a forever loop does, or a forever block, is anything you put inside it will continue over and over and over again until the game ends. So it really helps people who are creating games, because then you don't have to basically create code for every second of your game, okay? Because everything will repeat itself, which is what you want to do, okay? We're going to click the pink circle that says My Blocks. We're going to click the white rectangle that says Make a Block, and then we're going to name the first one Hide and Wait. Hide and Wait. So I'm going to go back. At the very bottom of all the circles, you're going to see the one that says My Blocks. Go ahead and click on it. Here's a white rectangle that says Make a Block. Under block name here at the top, you're going to say, I can't remember what I called it, Hide and Wait. Is that what I called it? Yeah, Hide and Wait. So Hide and Wait. Okay, so make sure you spell it correctly. You don't have to click anything else down here. Just type Hide and Wait, and when you have that typed in, click OK. And you're going to have a little hide and wait block over here on the left, and then define hide and wait. We're not going to worry about that yet. Okay, we're just going to go on to the next step. We're going to click the white rectangle again that says Make a Block, and this time we're going to name it Appear and Wait, and then click OK. So I'm going to say Make a Block. Under block name, Appear and Wait. Make sure you, I'll leave it up for a second so you can spell it correctly. APPEAR, Appear and Wait, and then go ahead and click OK. again, you're going to notice there's a define block, and there is the 2 blocks over here on the left, okay? Now, under the make a block rectangle, you will now see 2 blocks. I already showed you that. We're going to drag hide and wait and then appear and wait and put it inside our forever loop. So I'm going to go over here to the left where we have these 2 little blocks. I'm going to take hide and wait. I'm going to put it inside the forever loop. I'm going to take appear and wait, and I'm also going to put that in the forever loop. Notice how they're tucked in. Okay? That's our first thread of code. You did it. Yay! We're moving on to our next thread of code, okay? So we're going to create a scoreboard, creating a scoreboard and resetting the backdrop. So this is code number 2. Okay? So we're going to click the yellow circle that says events, and we're going to do another green flag. So let's go back to our game. Let's find the yellow circle that says events. Let's grab when a green flag is clicked. Okay? We're going to go to the purple circle that says looks, and we're going to say switch backdrop to backdrop 1. Backdrop is your backgrounds, okay? I know we didn't made a background yet, but we're going to just get this set up so that it works later for us, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7th block down says switch backdrop to backdrop 1, so go ahead and drop that in. Okay? Go back to the instructions. Click the orange circle that says variables. We're going to click the white rectangle that says make a variable, and we're going to make a variable called score. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the game. Towards the bottom, you're going to see a dark orange circle called variables. Go ahead and click on it. At the top, you see a white block or rectangle that says make a variable. Go ahead and click on that. And when it says new variable name, you're going to type the word score. Don't do anything else, just type the word score and then click OK. You've done 2 things. You've created a block called score, and you added a scoreboard to your stage. Look, we now have a scoreboard. So yay, good for us. Okay, we're going to use the block called set my variable to 0, but instead of the words my variable, we're going to change it to score. So I'm going to go back. You're going to find the block that says set my variable to 0. Let's put it down here, but we don't want to set my variable, we want to set the score to 0. So what this means is anytime a player who plays your game clicks the green flag, which means start your game, the score automatically goes back to 0, because we don't want it to be, the player starts the game and they already have a score of 20 or 15 or 5 or 10. We always want it to go back to 0 whenever a player starts. So that's what this code does here. Okay, we've now made 2 threads of code. We are on our way. Good job. Okay. Creating code number 3. So we're going to do our third one. We already have the block that says define, hide, and wait. It's right here, define, hide, and wait. So we're going to go ahead and create code underneath this one, okay? So we're going to click the purple circle that says looks, and we're going to drag a hide block, okay? So let's go to purple looks. If you scroll down a little, you're going to see a little block that says hide. Go ahead and attach that, okay? Then you're going to go to the orange controls and you're going to drag a wait 1 second. So let's go to orange controls, and right at the top, the very top block says wait 1 second. Now, this is how often when the cat hides, how long it takes him to hide, when he's hidden, when you can't see him. If it was 1 second every time, the game would be way too predictable. It'd be too easy. We'd know it was 1 second, then the cat appears, 1 second. So we want to make it a little bit random. So we're going to go to the green category called operators, and we're going to choose a block called pick random 1 to 10. Okay? Now watch how I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to operators. You're going to find this long block that says pick random 1 to 10. Look at this white circle that has the number 1 in it. I'm going to grab the pick random block, and I'm going to move it over to the right, and I'm going to kind of drag it onto my block. And you see how that block starts glowing? See, not glowing, glowing, not glowing, glowing. When it's glowing, drop the block in, and it'll automatically fill in that circle. So it becomes that circle. Now, we don't want the cat to hide for 10 seconds. That would be way too long for the player to wait. So I suggested 1 to 3. Anywhere between 1 and 3 seconds, the cat will stay hidden before it appears again. If you want to change it to different times, you can change it to different times, but I thought that was a pretty decent amount of time. Okay? And then we're going to go to the blue motion circle, and we're going to take a block that says go to a random position. Okay, so I'm going to go to blue motion at the top. The 1, 2, 3, 4th block down says go to a random position. Why do we want it to go to a random position? Well, if the cat just appears in the same exact spot every single time, you wouldn't even have to move your mouse. So this block is making the cat, every time it appears, appear in a different spot on the game in a different spot on the stage, so it's a little bit more random. So it makes the game a little bit more fun. Okay, so we are now done with 3 threads of code. We're going to start our 4th one, which is define, appear, and wait. So I'm going to scroll down, and here it is, creating code number 4, the define, appear, and wait block. So we're going to click the purple circle that says looks, and this time we're going to add a show block. So let's go to purple looks, scroll down, find the block that says show. So show means that it's not going to hide anymore, it's actually going to appear or show up in our game. Okay, so we want the cat to show up. What's going to happen when it shows up? Well, let's keep going. We're going to go to orange control and drag a wait 1 second again. So let's go to orange control. The very top block says wait 1 second. But again, we don't want it to just appear on the stage for 1 second and then disappear, right? We want it to be random. So we're going to do the same thing we did up here. We're going to go to green operators, grab the pick random 1 to 10, float it over that white circle until you see it glowing. Once it's glowing, drop it in. Now, how long do you want it to stay on the stage? How much time do you want to give the person to actually find the cat and click on it? I think it should be a little faster. So I did a 0.5. 3 seconds is kind of a lot, kind of an easy game, but I'm going to do 3. Actually, I think I did 2. I did 2. Yeah, I did 2 seconds. If you want to do 1 second to make it harder for your player, go ahead. If you want to do 4 seconds to make it easier for your player, go ahead. It's your game, so you get to customize how long your cat will appear and wait. So this is what we've created so far. Okay, the cat appears, it hides for anywhere between 1 and 3 seconds, it appears someone else, it hides, it appears for anywhere between 0.5 and 2 seconds, it hides, and it keeps going to random spots and appearing and hiding. It's not a game yet because we haven't created code to click on the cat and to change the score, right? So now we have to do that. Okay, so create code number 5, making it actually a game. First, we're going to go to yellow events. Oh, you know what? This is wrong. Do not look at this right now. We are going to add the block when this sprite clicked. I'm sorry, I made a typo here. Do not look at that. I will fix that before I post this game. But when this sprite clicked. So we're going to go down here. I'm going to go to events. And if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to find a block that says when this sprite clicked. When this sprite clicked. Okay. You're going to go to the pink sound circle. And we're going to drag the start sound meow. We want the cat to say meow. So I'm going to go back, find the, it's like more like a, it's not really pink, whatever color this is, a different color, purple, a magenta. Start sound meow. Okay. And then we're going to go to purple looks, and we're going to drag a block that says say hello for 2 seconds, but instead of hello, we're going to say you caught me for 1 second. So purple looks, so go over to your blocks, click on the purple looks. The very top block says say hello for 2 seconds. Let's add that. Instead of hello, I want you to backspace that away and type the words you caught me. I'm doing an exclamation point, so you caught me. And then 2 seconds is a long time, so let's just make it 1 second. That should be pretty quick and pretty easy. So you caught me for 1 second. Okay. And then we're going to go to orange variables, and we're going to drag the block that says change my variable by 1, but instead of the words my variable, score. So what we're doing is saying every time we click on the cat's going to make the sound meow. It's going to say you caught me for 1 second, and then if we go to variables and say change my variable, but not my variable, change the score by 1, every time we click on the sprite, every time we click on the cat will say meow. A little speech bubble will pop up that says you caught me. It'll appear for 1 second, and the score will change by 1. So that's great. We now have a working game. So if I hit the flag, the cat pops up. Whoops, sorry, did I miss it? I missed it. Okay, it says meow, you caught me, the score changed by 1. So we actually have a working game right now. I can't even catch him. He's too fast for me. Okay, we have a working game right now. I literally can't catch this cat. There we go. But right now, the game will play till infinity. There would be no end point. You can catch a million cats, and it'll never stop until you physically stop the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a background that says you win, and then we're going to create code that says if you catch 10 cats, stop the game and say you win. Okay, so that's going to be the next thing we do. So I'm going to scroll down. Creating a you win backdrop. It says float your mouse over the purple circle in the bottom right corner that says choose a backdrop. Click the paintbrush. Click T for text for the text tool. on your drawing canvas, type "you win," and then select the arrow button and change the size and location of the "you win." Okay, so I'm going to go back to the game. Watch where my mouse is going. I got to move my picture here. Way in the bottom right corner, there's a purple circle with like a little image on it. If you float your mouse on it, it says choose a backdrop. Don't click on this button, just float your mouse on it and go to the paintbrush. Okay, I'm going to click on that. It gives you a drawing canvas here. You see tools just like we would have like in Photoshop, okay? So I'm going to click T for text. You can change the color of your text if you want, or you can leave it purple. Just click on your drawing canvas and type the words "you win." Now that's really tiny, right? So what you want to do is click, go to your toolbar over here, click on your selection arrow, and you'll notice we have now sizing handles. With the sizing handles, you can change the size of the word "you win," and you can also, this is the little center button, you can move it so it's centered or wherever you want to put the word "you win." Okay, so go ahead and do that. Okay, now we have to create code so that the game will actually switch to the words "you win" when the player catches 10 cats. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down, and this is our very last thread of code, creating code number 6, ending the game. So it says, this is super important, super important. Click on the cat sprite square under the stage so the cat is selected. Start a new thread of code. So I'm going to go here. Let me move out of the way. Here's my stage. See this little cat sprite, this little square down here? Click on that. Okay? You're going to have to click the code tab in the top left corner, and we're going to start a new thread of code. So I'm going to go to yellow events, and I'm going to grab when a green flag is clicked. Okay? So we got this far. Okay, we're going to go to orange and do a forever loop. So orange control, go to orange control, drag a forever loop, and then inside the forever loop, we are going to put an if-then block. Okay, we're in control as well. So the 1, 2, 3, the fourth block down says if-then. This gets tucked inside the forever loop. Okay, see this empty hexagon right here? We cannot leave an empty hexagon. We have to put something in there. So what are we going to put in there? Well, let's go back. And we're going to go to the green operator circle, and we're going to place the block that says circle equals 50. Circle equals 50. So let's go to green operators category, find the circle equals 50 block, and just like we did with the pick random, you float your mouse until you see that hexagon glowing. Okay, once you see it glowing, you can drop it in. Okay, so we want to say if the score equals, I'm using 10. You can use different numbers if you want. Basically, I want you to play at least to 10. So if the score equals 10, where did we have score? We did that when we made a variable. So I'm going to go back down to the variables category, find the block that says score. Here it is right here. Drag it to the first circle. Again, make sure it glows. When you see it glowing, you can drop it in, and then type the number, in my case 10. And instead of 50, I'm going to type 10. So we're going to say when the game starts, continuously throughout the game, if the score equals 10, then, well, what do we want to happen? We want the backdrop to switch to "you win," and we want to stop the game. So I'm going to go back to the instructions, and you're going to see, click the purple looks category, drag the switch backdrop to backdrop 2, and then stop all. Okay, so watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to purple looks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 7th block down says switch backdrop to backdrop 2. Tuck that in there. Okay, make sure it shows backdrop 2. Then you're going to go to the orange control category and scroll down, and you're going to find a block that says stop all. Make sure you tuck that just under the purple block, right there. Okay, and you can see that on my code here. And we have completed the game. So before you turn it in, before you do anything else, you should play your game to 10 or whatever number you put here and make sure it works. Okay, now the first thing that should happen is when we click the green flag, the words "you win" should disappear. How do I know that? Because in this set of code that we made earlier, we say that whenever the green flag is clicked, whenever a player starts the game, the backdrop should be set to backdrop 1. Let me show you what backdrop 1 is. Okay, if I go to backdrops, backdrop 1 is just a plain black backdrop, nothing. Backdrop 2 is "you win, backdrop 1 is nothing. So we know that, if I go back to code, because of this thread of code, whenever the player clicks the green flag to start the game, it'll always switch to a blank backdrop and the score will always go back to 0. So when I click the green flag, I'm going to have a blank backdrop and my score was going to go back to 0, which it does. And then we just start the game over again. So click the cat, he says meow, he says you caught me, the score changes, and you should play your game all the way up to 10. And I'm going to do that just to make sure it works. So you just be patient with me. And look at, I'm doing good this time. I'm actually catching all the cats this time, which is a good thing. We're getting there. I'm up to 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more, and I should win the game. And I win. Woohoo! Okay, so how do we turn it in? First of all, Scratch does not save automatically, so you must go to File, Save Now. File, Save Now, okay? Now, if you were unable to log in today, you are not going to have Save Now as an option, okay? What you're going to do is go to File, and you're going to say Save to your computer. This file is going to go into your Downloads folder, and you're just going to leave it there, and then you're going to submit tomorrow, okay, when I come back. So for those of you who are able to save now, do save now. And then you're going to see an orange button on your screen here that says Share. You're going to click on the Share button. Okay, you always should put instructions in so that when somebody comes to play your game, they know how to play. I'm so nice that I actually typed out instructions for you. So if you go to the When You Are Done section, step 4 says Add Instructions. Press the green flag to start the game. Use your mouse and click the cat when it appears. Catch 10 cats to win the game. I'm simply going to copy and paste that. And if you want to type your own instructions, go for it. You are more than welcome to type your own instructions, okay? Now, I'm going to scroll down, and there's going to be a purple button right here that says Copy Link. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to copy this top link into Canvas. I'm going to paste it into Canvas to submit. And you are completely done. So, boy, oh boy, I hope you are okay with this. I hope you had a great time doing it. Scratch is super fun, and you just made your first game. Congratulations.